Hello and welcome to the trades and team sheets video leading into round 9. So we'll go through all of our trades and Eno will go over the Sunday teams briefly before we get into that. Eno, what we got?
All right, mate, let's have a quick look. Speed through this one so JD can get to the kids. We've got not really any changes here with Freo's team for the Sunday teams. I think most of these were known. O'Driscoll's out for 6 weeks with a foot injury. I think Constable might be the sub, but something to keep an eye on, not too important. Big one here, or a couple of big ones, is Flynn's omitted. So we got Prusy solo rocking against Tom de Conning. That could be good for us who got Prusy, which most people have. Hewitt's playing, which is good. Well, he's named, which is good. Doesn't technically mean he's playing, of course, until the game. And then Jesse Motlop's debuting as well, just a small forward. So Jack Martin's injured. We don't actually know if he's probably going to play too many games, but we'll see there. And then lastly for West Coast and Melbourne, Gawn's all good to go. There's a couple of outs here. I think Naish is getting his he's getting punished this week instead of last week for his whatever you want to call it. Hearn's out as well. So maybe if you have Witherden, that might be good. He's back as well. And then Stranatic is not back in, which maybe some people were relying on. They got BJ back in the ruck. So we'll get to JD's team quickly to see what he's cooking up for his trades.
Yes, so coming off mute, there's a bit of noise in the background. Forgive me, we'll try and get through this real quick. And I'm just put it at the top. Positive energy got Leon out this week. That's great. Now we need some more positive energy. Let's keep it rolling. Let's make sure Hewitt gets up for a game. Let's maybe get some tons out of like a Butters or a Degoe. Let's see what we can make happen this weekend. So on the trade front, I think these are what I showed in my video earlier in the week, and I think it's still the same. So Zorko's the premium I'm getting in, and I'm targeting a low 500s primo.
Yep.
So I can get someone like a Brayshaw or an English next week. It's probably not going to work in reverse for me just with the way break evens are going, even though I think Brayshaw this week would be a great option. And then Carroll and Hamilton I have over Rioli. Hamilton getting named even after a big GWS loss, better position than Rioli. And Carroll, better position than Rioli as well, and playing with Hewitt in the team. Roll may get a little bit worse this week, but should still be better than a small forward. So that's why I've gone those two. But I think you're rolling dice a little bit. Who knows who could be the best? Right, Rioli could go 100 and kick a bag this week, and then easily be the best of three. And then trading out, so Hinge, perfectly fine to keep him, but I need to get someone out. He's got money on him, and with his break-even being high, he's stalling for the next couple of weeks. Ward being omitted, it's a pretty easy one, or easy time to get out. And then Roses is the only one that's a little bit difficult for me. So if I move down to the team here, I could get rid of Dill Stevens rather than Roses, which is a little bit tricky. I mean, Dill Stevens is going to make more money when he comes back, but Roses with that 410 in the break-even is not going to make any money for 2 weeks. Plus, we saw low time on ground last weekend, so I don't know what his job security's like. And coming up against Freo this week, I think that's going to be realistically a pretty hard team to score against. So that's why I've traded out Rose over Stevens. But if you guys have other opinions, happy to hear them. Otherwise, that'll be me for the week. In terms of captain, vice captain, McRae tonight into Oliver is how I'm currently set up, although I like Neil as an option. And I'd have Neil into Oliver if you could, for whatever reason, Hewitt wasn't playing or whatever. And then, hopefully one of the McDonald's or Stevens won't be sub, and I can use them as the loophole with Carroll and McComb here as the weak spot on my side. I think that's everything.
Would you go, if McComb scores well tonight and then Carroll doesn't play, would you go Rioli over Carroll just for job security and you can just park him on the bench, or are you more happy with Carroll?
Oh, you think Rioli's job security is a lot better than Carroll's?
I think so. I like Carroll. I actually like him a little bit better, but his DPP and job security edges him for mine.
I'm not worried about the job security just because, in the DPP, just because I think I'm holding CMAC through the buys, and then Hamilton's got the DPP as well, and we've still got Martin who's got it. So I don't think I need another player that has it. I could see why in teams in other situations it didn't necessarily have all that DPP going on. They might have Rioli over him. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I guess I could. I don't know. I'm still tossing up. Do you guys have a strong preference one way or the other?
Oh, no, it's not strong.
Not really. I don't like... I'm not actually sure. I still haven't figured it out. I think Rioli was my first purely for job security. I was looking at his stats. He's had around mid-30s pressure acts the last 2 weeks. I think that will bode well for him. So yeah, obviously don't want him anywhere near the field, but yeah, I like Carroll's had really weak opposition. You got to remember, and he's gone missing for like one quarter in the first game, and he went missing for the first quarter in this game. So it's hard to get a read when he's played basically nobody, and especially with Hewitt coming in, maybe he has to play a bit of half forward or something. But maybe Motlop comes in and does that for Jack Martin. So it's very tough call. I just feel a bit safe with Rioli for the job security because I cannot afford a player out in the buys. But yeah, Carroll I thought was good. I definitely would rather field him than Rioli over the buys. So maybe it pays off there. But yeah, it's a very difficult call.
Yes, it's not easy.
The only other thing is, like, I guess Rioli's got two nice matchups in Hawks and Essendon over the next two. But I mean, with small forwards, I can still go missing. So
it doesn't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlton's got Essendon where Tigers have Port in round 13 and round 14.
When you want him, yeah.
And Richmond's got Carlton and which so they play each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Carroll's got better matchups through the buys if he holds. I don't know. I think him holding with Hewitt back's a good sign, even though the role won't be as good.
Yeah, fine.
Who's on the outer here? Cottrell, who was sub last week. Paddy Dow, who has been playing well in the VFL, mind you, and then Jack Martin, who's injured. So who knows? Who knows? It's all just guesswork, really. So we'll let you go, JD, if you have to go.
Yeah, thanks. I'll get back to the kids. Sorry for the background noise, but thanks for the inputs. Hopefully it's useful for those watching. And let's keep it positive. Let's have a good weekend. See you guys soon.
See you, mate.
Of course, he has to jump back in the bubble bath with the kids, so that'll be fun. I think he prefers that more than the kids, but he didn't say nothing. So we go
we got yours.
My team. This has not worked because I think I've traded in Daniel Rioli over Maurice Rioli.
You want to get going, don't you?
Yeah. It's hard because I like the final two, unless you have Wits, you definitely want Gawn and Darcy. I think Bruce he's playing really well, but is his body going to hold up?
Yeah.
Given his history over the past 2 years, couldn't get on the park basically. So my trades are
just hit the undo and scroll up.
Yeah, I shouldn't have executed the trade. So
that's right.
Karmas in for O'Driscoll. I'm not happy about this, but I think I'm just overthinking it. So with Karmas's job security, I think he was in for Wallace. Wallace is out for 2 to 3. If he plays well, they might keep playing him. I think Wallace has he been sub this year? I can't remember.
He has. He was for a few weeks. Yes.
So yeah, it's a bit borderline there. He's been playing okay in the VFL. I think he had one low disposal game, but he kicked 4 goals from like 6 disposals or something like that.
Yeah.
Been playing a bit of ruck time in the VFL. He looked good in the first quarter and a half, and then he went missing and had a positional change. So I'm going to grab him. I do like the profile of Cleary, so I'll keep an eye on him. I'd rather wait a week, but I feel like I'm a bit desperate. Hayes to Gawn, I think the matchup. Listen to the Gawn and Gussie podcast. Yeah. He said he's fine. He said he trained really well. I'm not really worried about that. He gets to play BJ. I remember watching Sean Darcy on one leg versus BJ, and it was pretty bad in the preseason. He destroyed him, and Darcy wasn't trying. Gawn is going to gobble up BJ and spit him out, and he's never going to recover. And then Rose is out for Rioli. I feel like I want to save Greg Clark for next week because our options next week are probably Buku, maybe an early look at Cleary.
Oh yeah,
maybe
for sure.
Others. I don't know. I don't trust Nevitt. I don't trust nothing to do with him. Chris Scott.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that will be what my team looks like. Lipinski, Martin, Zach Butters. I'm happy to hold Cogs, especially now that Leon is sacked. I think he's scoring well enough in the role he's in for now, but might not be sustainable, so we'll see. Happy to keep holding Cogs for now. Butters, Martin, and Lipinski probably have to go shortly. I just don't know. It feels bad because Lipinski is the most durable one, but he's also the least reliable, I think, just on talent. So that's a pretty tough call. So that's how I'll line up. I'll put Paddy on field.
And
then next
Lipinski
week
buy is the one that is annoying too, because he's probably the best to hold for that. But
yeah, so next week I'll have to make a call on Lipinski, Martin, and Butters, and downgrade them to Greg Clark, and then I'll have 300k. I'll grab Dawson. I think I can double up as well somewhere. So depends what I do. So we'll go from there. Not
Steele.
super excited about. Yeah, I could go Martin to Jack Steele. I think it's just or Butters. It just depends. I want one more week of data because I'm having a hard time. I think Lipinski's fixture. I'm very worried about him. Watching him.
Yeah.
30 disposals, 2 games in a row against weaker midfields, and didn't ton up. I'm a little bit worried, but at least his break even's low enough, and we'll get one more look at him. So if he doesn't perform this week, he's gone. Same for Butters. So see how we go. So that's how I line up rather. And off to you.
No worries. All right. Mine's tough because there's a few things I can do this week. So, I mean, Jared Berry absolutely is going. That's the first one. Then it gets a little bit more difficult. I think I'm just going to trade Josh Ward at this point. I know he'll probably come back, but just whatever.
He's expendable.
Would be through the buys, but he is expendable for sure. I think I'm with Morris with you. So that's like half the trades that are definitely locked, like those 2 out and this man in. Now I'll probably activate the boost because I'm definitely going to use it. Got 2 left, so 1 left after this. The trade you floated to me after we record the podcast on Monday.
Oh no, I'm going to get blamed next week. No.
This is what I like, the win-wins. Like me last week, I can bring Cripps in for 5:30. If it works, good. If it doesn't, well, I can flame him. Bit similar here. So
yeah,
it does make sense though, because at this point here, I have to obviously field Clark, but I was probably going to just get in Parker here because I got to fix F6, right? Durden here, you don't want that. It was okay last week, but you're not going to rely on that every week.
Too many points.
So I'd just get Parker and then I'd be here, but I'd have to field McComb or one of him or Rioli, right? Loop and hope for the best. But your suggestion was get rid of Dacos early, obviously, as well as Berry, and then I can bring in Jack Chris. So it's technically an upgrade in the same team, same buy. You're not really doing anything there, but you're getting in a premium. And then this leaves me enough cash for your man, Darcy Cameron, which does fix the F6, right? So
you have enough trades because you didn't go silly in the first 2 rounds like me and used like 5 trades.
I've still got 20 trades after this. So
what do you even do with that? You got too many.
I'll show you what it looks like because that's. I think I've been more and more leaning towards it as the week's gone on. So this obviously fixes Durden on field. It doesn't really change the midfield here. I'm still going to be fielding McComb or Rioli. Which isn't great, especially if McComb doesn't go.
I think McComb will be okay.
I'd take a 55, 60 to be honest. But then obviously Dacos goes up to Chris. So you expect probably, 20 points, 25 points extra on that weekly. And then the next week is where it gets still tough because I probably still can't upgrade. So I'm, foregoing Parker, Brayshaw, Petraka, all those probably for another couple of weeks. McDonald can go, Hinge, we'll see how he goes. But if he doesn't go well, he can go. And maybe Durden. But my problem here is I'm only grabbing Rioli. I kind of want to... I can just flip Owens and get him to a playing rookie, one of those guys this week. Instead of doing the Dacos to Chris. So, say I just get Dacos back. Then I just do Owens and just keep the cash for another week and then just get Chris next week. I don't know what you think about that, but, say I just kill Owens here. I'll lose points, but...
I think you lose points this week, most likely. If you don't, that'll be pretty sick. But you get... you're probably going to get better scores over the buys.
Get like a Carroll, and maybe that might help me on field. I don't know. For the rookie situation here. I don't know. Because say McComb goes shit, then I might have to field Carroll instead. It's better than Rioli.
Yeah, I think that could be okay.
And then I just do Dacos up next week. And maybe it's not Chris. Maybe it's a midfielder.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
So that's So I'm just going to do Darcy Cameron at this point. I've got trades. If it works, hell yeah. If it doesn't, he just becomes Timmy Torino.
Worst case, he makes money. He's like, -8 break even? Or maybe something like that. Maybe it's like, I can't remember. I think it was that last week.
Yeah. Then I don't have to field Durden or Paul Curtis. So That's where I'm leaning, I think. And yeah, hopefully McComb goes well. If not, I'll just field Carroll. I don't mind Hamilton. That's the thing. I don't know. It's hard, these three rookies.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I'm just going to lock in Rioli because he's got the lowest break even. We'll say the same thing we said with Roses. All he has to do is put out 250s and he's made 100K, but
Yeah.
no guarantees.
I think Rioli's net break even is much better, much lower than what Roses was.
True. Yeah. And he's lower price slightly. So
yeah,
we'll see. He's not going to touch the field, hopefully, because with this setup, I can just do Carroll instead. But yeah, hold Dacos for one more week. Then, I've got free reign next week. Maybe he goes down to, let's say Minge goes well. And he's held his spot with 6 changes. So he's clearly in favour, which he should have been weeks before. But I'm happy with him at D6. I'm not totally, he scored an 80 and a 90 when he was back playing a month ago. So maybe I go Dacos down to Buku or Cleary or whatever. And then I get a midfielder in for McDonald, something like that. I think I'm okay with that too. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm still not decided. We've got an hour to go. So
I've overthought it. I'm just like,
we're going to upload this video. Maybe our trades will change.
Nah, maybe. I've had enough of this week. Yeah. Every other past 3 weeks, I've done my trades on Sunday night, Monday, and that's been set. And this week, it's like, shit, we got an hour to go. I'm just going to leave it now.
Have you got one boost left?
Yeah, I got one boost left.
And you're probably going to use it next week? Yeah. Yeah,
because we have 3 over the buys. Like, what am I going to do? And in round, I think 11, I don't actually have any cash to do anything. I don't think.
Yeah. I actually can't wait till they're gone, to be honest, because then we can't mess around. I've just got 2s max.
I feel like I got to use them because I'm running out of trades. I can't use 3. I can't use 4 on the buys or something. But yeah, I think I'll finish a team with Cogs and Butters. Or whatever, whoever's there, or Lipinski with 6 left. Yeah. Maybe 7. That's not good because you want to get, if Bont and Baz get DPP, then we'll look at that. But
I was going to ask you, I mean, you got too many forwards. I've got to get probably 2 here. I could still even get 3 considering I got Butters and whatnot. English, I mean, he's my, I think, biggest target. I think I'll go him before Parker and I'll just wait for Parker for after his buy. And then, as you said, if Baz gets forward, wouldn't mind him, but it depends on his role. Like, if he's continuing to play 60% forward, we probably don't want him.
I still think he'll be good, but he won't kill you.
Not as good, yeah. Anything else?
No, good luck this week, I guess. The rookies, it will be interesting next week when we see which rookies we take. We're like, why did we take Rioli small forward?
Hamilton goes over the defender 70 or something.
Oh my God, but just a bit. Yeah,
I'd grab them all if I could. I would love if one was next week because then I'll just grab him as well. I mean, their buy hurts. It's
I mean, I'm thinking I'm probably not going to need their money unless it's like late in the year where because I got Hobbs and McComb, hopefully a few defenders. We've got 400k tied up into 2 forwards. Don't know what the hell to do. So I guess maybe other people are different. So I just want him to play through the buys and that's it. And DPP's nice. So if you get me a 50 in the buy,
I'll be happy. McRae tonight, VC?
No, I'm doing Neil into.
Oh, you've got. Who have you got? Who's your loop?
Oh shit! I'm trading O'Driscoll. I don't have one. I'll have to do McRae then. Thanks for letting me know. I'll do McRae into. I think Neil against the Crows. That's pretty free.
Yeah, I kind of want to do Neil C instead if we have to over Clary.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've just got that thing in my head last week. Like Neil was against West Coast, easy. That he just cruised to a 120. Maybe Clary will do the same. Whereas Neil against the Crows, you think it'd be a little bit more competitive. Crows need to do something. I mean, it's at Adelaide Oval. And then hopefully it's just a closer game and Neil can get, go bigger from that. I don't know. Yeah. I think I like Neil more, but who knows? Hopefully we don't have to think about it. I'll take a McRae 130 tonight, happily.
Yep, me too.
All right.
I think we'll wrap it up.
No worries.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck as well. We'll see you guys soon.
Good luck, everyone.